Hey guys, it's Sarah and I am here to show you my planner and do a little flip through of my bullet journal, which I just started doing like 2 weeks ago. But I wanted to dive into it. I've been watching a lot of videos about bullet journals and Pinterest and all that fun stuff, and I was looking for a different way to plan out my videos and kind of keep my list this year. So this one has been working out pretty well for me so far. First, I will show you the pens that I tend to use. So in my planner, I just use a Pilot Precise V5 pen. And this is like an extra fine, I think, but it's very thin. These are just kind of the preferred sizes that I like, but I have had no problems with bleed through or anything with this pen. So this has become definitely a favorite, and I use that in my planner here. And I'll show you the bullet journaling ones in a second. But first, let's start with the planner. So this is a simplified planner from Emily Ley, and I will leave her website link down below. I believe as of right now, she is sold out. And she will have another launch, I believe, in May, and that will be like an academic year planner. So it'll go from like July 2018 to June 2019. And then I think in September is when she does her yearly calendars. And that's what this is. This is a yearly calendar. So it goes from January 2018 to December 2018. This is a daily planner. She does have weekly planners as well that tend to sell out faster. I used a weekly one from her last year and it was fine, but I found that I needed more room. So that's why I got the daily one. So this is a spiral bound. It's pretty big, as you can tell, but it has every day. So let me go ahead and show you a few things. This does have stickers in them. I haven't used any yet. I probably won't. I just don't usually use stickers. But these have really nice laminated tabs for every month. And this has both a monthly spread and a daily spread. So for the monthly spread, this is where I plan out my YouTube schedule. The pink labels are for scrapbooking videos and the blue are for BookTube. So that's kind of like a visual of how, I can see how many things are going to be filmed, and, I put them on here on the dates that they plan to go up, and then I make a little check mark on them when I upload them and they're scheduled and everything. So that's just a nice visual for me to see what is going to be happening throughout the month on both of my channels. And then these are the daily spreads here. So it has times on the side here, and it goes from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. And I just write down, whatever I have going on. These are the to-do lists, and this is what I needed. I needed a longer to-do list every day because there is a to-do list in the weekly, but sometimes I didn't have room. So that's nice to have kind of more room to write that stuff down. There's a place here for meals and then just a notes place. So that's been pretty nice to have that. And like I said, not every day is full, as you can tell, but I like having the option of all that stuff. Like this was a full day right here. I had a lot going on, and I like being able to block off my time as well. So I know that, these 2 hours here are going to be filled up with something, and these hours right here are going to be filled up with something. And so that has been really nice. And that's what I do. I will write whatever I have going on, and I'll draw a line for the time frame that I need to be blocking off. Okay, so those are the daily things here. You don't need to see all the details. It's kind of boring, just like everyday life. But I've been using this every single day. It's helped keeping me organized. I am able to really just figure out exactly what I need to do every day, and I can plan ahead. If there's something I need to do the night before a big event, I can write it on the night before, and it's just been really nice to be able to do that. Here's the February monthly spread. As you can see, I have a lot of BookTube stuff happening, not a lot of scrapbooking. I've been going through a slump, so I'm kind of dealing with that. But that's really all this planner is, and it goes all the way through December. So they are just really, just daily spreads every day, and it's been really nice to have something like this. And then on the monthly spread here, like on the side, I wrote down a couple of video ideas that I'm going to be doing sometime this month. Like there's not a specific day, but sometime this month I need to be ready to do a couple of these videos here, which is nice. It really helps me to plan ahead for things like that. So this is where I keep everything. I plan out my time as far as what I have to do, away from the house. I plan out my filming time so I know when I'm filming. I plan out time to work on my schoolwork and, all that kind of stuff. So that's been nice to have that. And I use this every single day. Okay, bullet journal time. So this is a journal that I got at an independent store in Santa Fe. I do not know the name of the store anymore. It's been a while. But I do, I think there's a manufacturer back here, so I can try to link to this website and see if that's where it, you can look at it. But this is bigger than a normal journal would be, I guess. From what I've seen, a lot of people use kind of the smaller bullet journals. This is bigger, but I needed the room, and you'll see why here in a second. But in this, I use these Staedtler pens, and these are fine liner pens, and they're fine. They do smudge though sometimes, so I have to really make sure I let the ink dry before I try to go over them on anything. So I'm kind of struggling with that a little bit. And then I've also been using a Micron pen, which is a 0.03 tip as well, and it's just a black. I just needed another black because the one in there is getting worn down a little bit. I've been using it in my scrapbooking as well. So that's what I've been using. Okay, so this says half-assed ideas, which that's why I bought this notebook. I wasn't even planning to do a bullet journal. I just saw this and I was like, I have to have that. That's so funny. I'll use it for something, whether it's like an idea journal or whatever. So that's what I'm using it as. I have my Sarah's nightstand stamped out on a piece of cardstock, and I just stuck it in there. All right, so I started out with 2018 reading goals. So I have all of my goals here, which I talked about in a video. And I'm going to zoom in just a little bit so you guys can see a little bit more detail. I don't want to go too far, but yeah, 2018 goals. So I have them all written out here in different colors, and I just did messy circles around them and wrote the numbers of the goals and everything, and I'd use different colors. This one here is my top 8 books to read in 2018, and I did a drawing of a stack of books, and then I wrote the book names on the spines, and these are the top 8 that I want to read sometime this year. So I plan to, whenever I read the book, I'm going to color it in with some colored pencils. I won't do the markers. That's going to be a little bit too much for me, but I'll do colored pencils and kind of color in the books as I read them. So I thought that was fun. And I just found that on Pinterest, and I literally just looked at it and copied it. I'll zoom out just a little bit here. It took a lot of erasing. So I definitely did it in pencil first and then went over it in the pen when I was happy with what I had. But I really liked the way that it turned out. All right, here I have my 39 before 40 birthday reading project. So I have all the books listed here and who recommended them to me. And then as I am reading them, I'm coloring in the boxes. And one thing about this is it's definitely keeping me straight, because I cannot do straight writing. If I don't have lines or something, I cannot write straight or draw straight to save my life. I just can't do it. So the fact that this has dots, so I have like the normal dots. I really hope those are coming up. As you can see, they're very light, which is the whole point. And so I can make the boxes all in the same row, and it's all lined up for me, so it's no problem. I have it all straight. And like I said, whenever I read one of those books, I'm coloring them in so I know how far along I am. So I have 3 pages for that. I have, this is something that I typed up when I started this project, and it's kind of keeping my quarterly books here. As you can tell, I'm a little bit behind on this quarter. I need to fill this up before the end of March. So I'm going to be doing that here soon. And so I'm just keeping track of what I'm reading and what I rate them and all that good stuff. And then I'm keeping my quarterly winners here as well, because every quarter I'm going to have a winner who wins a gift card from me. All right, the 2018 Pop Sugar Challenge is one that I'm doing this year. So I just printed out the challenges, and I am checking, coloring in the books as I fill out those prompts, and then I'm also writing in the book underneath. So for example here, one challenge is a childhood classic that you've never read. I read A Wrinkle in Time, so I colored it in and wrote that in there. This is the Shadowhunters read-along schedule as of right now, and I just wrote down the book, and then in pencil I wrote down the dates that we're supposed to be reading them, because they could change. So I just wrote it down in pencil, and I'll just erase them as the books are done. But I have read the first 3 books already, so I'm not planning to do the read-along for those, but I'm going to jump in on Clockwork Angel at the end of March. So I'm just going to keep that there. This right here are review books. So these are books that I have to review, and I made a chart. So I have, I'm going to do it by the month. So for January, I only had 2, and I did like the source. Did I get it from the publisher or from NetGalley, or sometimes both? And then if I have to do a video, I color in the box for the video. If I don't, then I just put an X in it. And then when I'm done, I go ahead and color in that I'm done. So that's fun. I'm just going to do that by the month. And I do have a little separate piece of paper that has upcoming stuff so that I know what things are coming up, but I'm not going to write them in permanently until I have those books physically in my hand, because sometimes I've accepted books and then I never got them. So I don't want to write them in here if I'm not going to end up having them. Okay, these are NetGalley books that I have on NetGalley that I need to read and review on NetGalley only, and I have listed them all out. So these are all the books I have on NetGalley that I need to read and review. And those are just written reviews. I don't have to do videos for them or anything, but I thought it'd be fun to have a list here so that I can kind of check them off as I go too. And then some of these, I'm going to put an asterisk next to some of them in red because some of these are actually available on audiobook now. So I need to actually go through this list and see what I can get on audio and see if I can go that way as well. It'll help me get through some of them a little bit faster. More TBR shelves. I saw some fun little hand-drawn bookshelves on Pinterest as well. So I just took one that I liked and I copied it. And so this top shelf here is 2017 book haul revisits. Those are the monthly videos I'm doing, and I'm picking one book a month from each one of those videos to put on my TBR for this year. And I'm going to write the books that I choose in the spine. I actually just chose one, so I'm going to write that on this one here in just a second. And then when I read those, I will color in the spine, just like I'm kind of doing on the other one. And then these 4 down here are my seasonal TBR jar picks. So these is winter. I picked 3 books from my TBR jar to read for the winter time. So I have it labeled winter, and I have those books written down on the spines as well. And again, I'll color them in. And then this will be for spring and summer and fall. And I gave myself 4 books for the rest of them. We'll see. If I end up not reading 4, I'm not going to worry about it. So this is the start of my books read in 2018. And so I'm just keeping a list. I actually need to write one more down here, so I'm up to 8 right now. And I gave myself 3 pages for that because last year I read over 100 books. I'm not sure how this year is going to go yet, but I want to give myself room. Video ideas. I just did like a little thinking cloud here. I haven't filled this in yet. I have a couple of things that I have written down on other papers. I just haven't written them in yet. And then here starts my monthly reading. So this is January, and I found a cute little tutorial on how to do banners. So I did a banner here, and these are going to be my plans. So this is kind of like my very loose TBR, and this is my wrap up. So this is what, whenever I finish a book, I write it here in my wrap up. That way when I film it, all of them are right here. And these are videos that I plan on doing. So I literally just make a list of videos that I'm thinking about doing for that month. Some of them I get to, some of them I don't. So for example, there's 3 videos in here that I didn't even get to in the month of January, and that's fine. At least I have them written down. And if I'm thinking about, you know, I need to film a video, what can I film? I can go here first and see if it's something I want to do. But if I don't get to all of them, it's fine. And then I'm coloring them in as I'm doing them. I'm trying to keep this color coded. So January is blue. And then February is going to be a different color. These are my January book list things that I'm doing with my friend Lisa. We do a book list Thursday every Thursday. So I am writing down the date, what the list is, and then writing our list. So I'm just kind of keeping that all on one page. This is my January book haul revisit. So this is another chart type of thing. So I write down, I go through and I watch my last book haul, whichever month I'm doing. So this was for January 2017. So I wrote down all the books that I hauled, and then I have little check marks over here. I have read, unread, or unhauled. So I will fill in whichever one applies to it. And then the red asterisk is the book that I pick to put on my 2018 TBR for this year. So I put a little asterisk there. And then I have a key down here as well so that I know what everything stands for. And then we move on into February. So for February, I did the banner again. I have my plans here. I have my wrap up here. And then I have some video ideas here that I think that I'm going to be doing. And then I have my February book list. So I have all that listed down here. And then my February book haul revisit. So I have all of these down here. I checked off my boxes. I've asterisked what I'm going to read. So all that good stuff. This here is Contemporary-a-thon, and this is a readathon that I'm going to be doing in the month of February, so it was fun to make a page for that. So I have the dates, who the hosts are, all of the challenges with checkboxes. So I wrote down the challenges, and then in red I wrote the books that I'm planning to read for that, and I will just fill them in as I read those books. So hopefully I can get to all of those. And then this one is birthday reading catch up. And I am behind, like I said, on my birthday reading project because I didn't read any books from that list in the month of February, or sorry, for the month of January. So I'm playing catch up for February and March because the end of March is going to be the last of the second quarter, and I want to make sure I have at least 10 books to talk about. I only have one so far, so I need to work on this. And these are all the books that I'm planning to read before then. So I have Contemporary-thon. I'm planning to focus on 3 of them. For a fun little video thing I'm going to be doing in March is going to be 3 as well. It's going to kind of fit into that category. And then for, this is just extra stuff. These are things that either I've gotten from the library currently or that are just going to be coming up in the month of March. So I just put before the end of March, have these read as well. So I'm going to sneak them in somehow. And that's all I have right now, guys. And so far, it's been a lot of fun. I'm flipping through it all the time and using it. And it's just kind of fun to keep going. And it'll be fun to see what different types of things I'm going to be able to put in here, like, readathon stuff or, the March thing I'm going to be putting in here as well. I'm going to have a couple pages dedicated to that. So it's been fun. I like having all the room, so I don't feel constricted with a smaller notebook. And it's keeping everything really organized. I'm having fun doing the drawings and stuff, even though they are time consuming, but I just put on a TV show and just sit and draw in it. But it'll be fun, I think, to look back on it as well throughout the years. And yeah, that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any questions. If you guys do bullet journals, let me know, and what are some of the pages that you guys include in that. Again, this is just for my reading and my YouTube stuff. This is not my daily life. And I don't do trackers or anything like that. It's just, things to help me with my videos and keep track of my reading and, the things that I'm planning, like this kind of stuff, so I don't forget anything. And that's what I'm really using it for. All right, that's going to be it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Have a great day. Bye.